Good morning. It's a little bit of a drizzly morning today. Wonder if we're going to get that rain they were calling for tomorrow early, but we're going to do a repeat of yesterday. I got do a quick pet sitting right now, and then I'm going to go walk Prince with Jack later, Crazy Gatsby, and then I am going to go. Oh, we got Muku. There's a dog. I don't think I've had him on the video yet. I used to walk him regularly all the time, and then COVID hit, and his owners, I think they work remotely now, so that'll be cool. As I was getting ready, I had to laugh. My wife showed me a picture of this gun store in Yuma, Arizona, and the funny thing about them is they're in what used to be a Toys R Us, and they had a picture of the front of the store, and you're looking at that, it had the rainbow stripes, and it's like, oh my God, that's definitely a Toys R Us. It reminded me of two stories. I'll give you the kind of funny one. Was a friend of mine was from Germany, and this is in the mid 90s, like 95 or so. And we were in to date it. We were in a Kmart, and this was in Arizona, and Kmart's at that time, well, one, they existed, and if you're watching this in Australia, you know, when Kmart's in the United States, in certain states, sold firearms. And we were walking through the firearm section, and he just stops and he goes, "Guns? In the supermarket? Oh, but of course, right next to the children's toys." So, hold on, I'm gonna pause it right there. I gotta get through this gate. I'll give you my second story. Hold on. I had to laugh. I pull up to the guardhouse, and they've had some new guards recently, and they're really young. Like, are you in high school or did you just get out? Like, is this your first job? And I pull up to the gate. I don't know if they were sleeping or what, and you know, and I have a key. I have a code that I can punch in, and as I'm punching it in, they're like, "Hi, where are you going?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it. Go back to sleep." Let's go. All right, I got Jack with me, and let me continue my story from this memory that just flashed into my mind clear as day from looking at a picture of a Toys R Us. There was a friend I was in high school with. Her name was Beth, and her boyfriend, she got pregnant her senior year. In fact, if I remember correctly, her due date was graduation day. And yeah, she missed the last couple weeks of school, but she did end up getting her GED. And I remember the boyfriend after high school, he was going to join the Army. Talk about playing life on hard mode, but they really did. They made it work out. I remember he was stationed for a while down in Kaleen, Texas, and she moved down there. She got pregnant again. Finally, by the third child, they ended up getting married. And I think it was my 10-year reunion or 20-year high school reunion. Oh my God, we're coming up to my 30-year high school reunion. Do they still do high school reunions? I'll have to see if, I'll have to look into that. But it was funny, there was a picture, I think, from the 10 or 20-year reunion, and I saw that those two were there, and it's like, good. That's real good. But what does this have to do with Toys R Us? I'm getting sidetracked. Sometime in the 90s, this would be, it's a few years out of high school. I don't think they had the third child yet. And, you know, she was working at Lady Foot Locker, and he was in the Army as, I don't even know, specialist. I mean, it was like his first year, maybe second year being in the Army. So we are not talking money. and she was complaining, wasn't complaining, she was just voicing concern. She was worried about Christmas. And just on my own initiative, I just went to Toys R Us in Mesa, Arizona, and I remember buying toys and spending more money in shipping. But it was just kind of funny. That was something I never would have remembered again. I never would have thought of that. And I saw that picture of that gun store in Yuma, Arizona, and it looked just like what the old Toys R Us in Mesa, Arizona looked like. So, I've completely lost contact with those two, Beth and Derek. Hope they're doing well. My God, their kids probably have kids by now. Hey everybody, when they say life goes by quick, wow. In some ways I can say, oh yeah, it does feel like 30 years went by. In other ways, it's like, I would say 5 years tops. So it's unusual to think that high school for me this year will be 30 years ago. But hey, I am happier now and in a much better position now. Jack doesn't care. He wants to go walk with Prince. Let's go. All right, I'm walking with Jack and Prince, and I was just thinking about what we were talking about in the car. And the funny thing that I find applicable, do you know what job I was working at when I went and bought those Christmas presents for Beth and Derek's kids? It was that crappy phone job at the bank. And that job did not pay. So, how funny. Weird to have these thoughts just 28 years ago. Hey, what can I say? Look, whatever you're doing now, if you don't like it, but just know you're building. If you're in a job right now you don't like, it's not your end all be all. It's just a stepping stone. It's just a break in the foundation of what you're going to move on to next. So, hey, on that thought, I appreciate everybody watching these videos, all my 1K DJ subscribers. If you're new to this channel, hey, please subscribe. That'd be great. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.